Today we're going to talk about that balance between physical health and mental health and how they actually work together. Scientists have been doing research on the relationship between physical activity, so that usually means just 3 to 5 times a week for half an hour, and depression, and they're finding that that activity is actually equivalent to taking antidepressant medications. Don't change medication ever without talking to your doctor, but here's the science behind why. Science alert! When you are physically active, your body's creating a bunch of great chemicals via hormones and all that chemistry that is produced by movement. Number one, you've got serotonin. Serotonin makes your body feel good. They call it the feel-good brain chemical, and it also helps you rest. So that's a great thing to have in your practice. Dopamine, that's a pleasure chemical. You've got special receptors in your brain, especially for picking up feel-good chemicals like dopamine. And when you make it yourself via movement, well, you're ahead of the game. You don't need anything from outside to make you feel good. Norepinephrine, also known as adrenaline, is the chemical that helps boost up your heart rate, and it gets you ready for action. And it's also a wonderful thing, just again, if you're feeling kind of low, it boosts you up enough so that you actually feel better and ready to take on tasks. Now, one of the other chemicals that you've probably heard about, cortisol, is also released into your bloodstream when you're doing activity. Cortisol is called the stress hormone. And a little bit of stress, remember we talked about this at the very beginning, can be a great motivator for keeping you going and motivated on practices and projects that you want to be into. Too much cortisol and things start to go wrong. So, like everything in life, it's a balance. When you have a little bit of cortisol in your bloodstream, your body starts to find the starches, the carbs in your bloodstream and use those up, so that's really good for you. If you do excessive exercise and stress the body out massively, the cortisol signals the body to start storing fat, because things must be really bad if you're this stressed out, and to start eating protein for energy instead. And your muscles are made out of protein. You do not want your body to start eating its own muscles. So you find that balance. How do we do it? How do we find the balance? That's where the practice of mindfulness and mindful awareness comes in.